Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel. It's Priest and Officer of 500 Akashawan at the I.S.U.P.K. Started out 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. This is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class, and tonight we're going to go over March Madness. All right. Before we get into that, let me check the calls to see if anybody online. Any callers call in? All right, not a problem.
I got one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my phone real quick and read for you until.
Okay, no sweat. You got it. Right, so we ain't got no callers calling in yet, but we're gonna break down this March Madness. Now, what do I mean by March Madness, right? When you hear the term March Madness, you instantly gravitate to Slovakia, basketball, college basketball, NCAA, if I'm not mistaken. But that's not what I mean. What I mean by March Madness is the madness that we have been seeing in this whole month of March. We are now going towards the end of it, and we're going to talk about 3 very specific people who have been a part of the madness in March. Okay, it's a real thing that exists. This world is gone mad, and for some particular reason, I'm starting to see it a lot now, specifically around Passover time. Of course, the Passover is in April. If you haven't already booked your tickets and paid your fees to get in there, make sure you do that. Inbox us afterwards so we can give you information on that. But this madness that we're seeing is coming from 3 entities, all right, 3 people in this community. What's going on, Shalom with Christ? The first one is Jesse Smollett, right? The second one is Leah Thomas, and the third. Hey, what's going on? Who's this? Okay, no sweat. All right, Shalom, bro.
You want to hear him on?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, he's on his way. Yeah. So yeah, Jesse Smollett, Leah Thomas, that transgendered woman who just won the NCAA championship. They're calling her the first transgender woman to win this championship. But we know it's a man. And the last one is Brittany Griner, right? This woman is now detained, and still is detained in Russia, okay, for something that has to do with cannabis and oil that goes into the vape pen, so on and so forth. I've been seeing a lot of articles as it pertains to those 3 people, specifically Brittany Griner, because she's in another country and she's being detained. Now, a lot of times when we talk about our people, we often don't look at the wrongs that they're actually doing, right? So, for example, when you look at Brittany Griner, black people will go, "Hey, she's being detained. She's being detained. That's messed up. Free Brittany, free Brittany." Well, how about this? How about we, instead of saying freeing her, help her to free herself of the damn thing that got her put into jail in the first place?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it is asinine to sit there and think that she's in jail for something that she didn't do. She's in jail, she's being detained for something that she did do wrong. But you can't sit here and go, well, hey, listen, it's wrong that she's in jail, but the reason why she's in jail is the actual problem. That's the root of it. Go ahead, Cassia.
And Slovakia, I wonder if I may.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but by her countenance, I believe that she goes the other way.
Yes.
So I'm looking at a lot of reasons why she could be in her situation.
Right. And that's the madness. That's a good point. That's the madness that we're talking about. The madness being that this world today has gone absolutely chaotic and insane for things like this, you know, and you're not looking at the meat of the matter. You're kind of looking at the plate and going, oh, well, this is nice and this is this. But listen, if you get to the meat of it, there's a lot more there for you to chew on instead of the little things that you're gloating over. Okay, you understand? Anybody calling yet? Any callers? All right, no problem. Before we start, let's get the hey, what's going on? Who's this? Hey, Shalom, what's going on, Gashan? All right, solid. You got your sword with you, Gashan?
I'm on slavery right now.
Oh. Okay, I got you. All right, no sweat. So, first thing we're going to do to start this class off We're going to pull the definition of the word madness, so that way we get a proper context as to what we're talking about. Get that for me real quick, Cassia, if you could.
Come on, sir.
We're going to get the definition of the word, so that way we can understand what we're dealing with tonight. Because it's not just about these three people that I mentioned. We are talking about an attitude and a mentality that is plaguing us. You got it?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, read.
The definition of madness: the state of being mentally ill, especially severely.
Keep going, I think it's two more.
Come on, extremely foolish behavior. A state of frenzied or chaotic activity.
That's the one I wanted. That's the March Madness. It's a state of frenzied or chaotic activity. All of these black people are losing their minds. I seen one, this protest, a couple of protests going, wait, everybody put their phone on mute. I'm hearing a glitch. I'm not sure what that is, but put your phones on mute. I don't know what that is. So they're going into this frenzy, and I, for the life of me, cannot understand why. I've seen people supporting Jesse Smollett going, oh, he's been wrongfully accused. Here's the madness that comes with it. Here's the foolishness that occurs with this ideology, this mentality that you have. The brother, or the cat, Lucky, not the brother, Esau, the cat set up his own hate crime. Had some Hamites agree that they did that, and now he's sitting out of his mouth going, man, that's wrong. I'm going to get justice. What justice are you talking about? What is this noise? Everybody put your phones on mute. I'm not sure what that is.
So I got the one I hear it too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know if it's you or not. I think it might be somebody in the call.
Yeah, I think it's somebody in the call, yeah. You know how to do the thing in the back, right? With the phone?
What's that, sir?
Yeah, just to make sure no interference, because this is an important thing that we're going to bring out tonight. Oh, I think it's over. We're good to go. We're solid. Oh, yeah, so that's the madness that we're talking about. Just not with him or the other two people that I mentioned. This is a worldwide thing that is going on right now. It is a crazy thing to think that a man who set up his own goddamn hate crime is now at the same instance on the other side of his mouth going, I'm innocent. This is wrong. I want justice. We need justice. This brother is crazy. That's mad. That's madness. That is something that is unheard of. That'd be like me saying, hey, listen, I'm gonna hire two white people to set up a hate crime and then be like, yo, this is wrong, man. You did it. They admitted to it and you did it. Go ahead, Cassia.
What's so heavy, I want that you bring it out.
Yeah.
The trickery from these oppressors. When you look at Jesse Smollett,
Yeah.
he himself being a chocolate-covered Edomite,
Yeah.
Judah doesn't know this. They look at him as a Negro.
Right.
So because they're looking at him this way, they think he's one of us, when actually what he has just done is created something to make us look even worse.
Right.
So it's like they used him for trickery when he's not even us.
Right. He's not even Israel. He's not a black man. I know that. That's another thing that's mad. That we sit here and think that, oh, he's a black man because he looks black. His daddy is white. Therefore, he is white, according to Numbers 1 and 18.
Right.
According to the Bible, his father is white. He is white. You are the seed of your father. That's a real thing. That is not mad. Madness will think that he is not white, and he is. Here's the heavier fact. He is now out of prison. Now, how would that be? Because he's Esau. That's
right.
You know, they not releasing no. If he was really a black man, do you honestly? First of all, they wouldn't even heard his. They wouldn't even. There would be no press conference. There would be no national news. He wouldn't be trending. But he is trending because of this fact, and he's out of jail, and he set up his own hate crime. He's Esau. That's the spirit of Esau. Esau is what was it? Zechariah, where they said he slayed them, behold himself not guilty. It's in Zechariah or Zephaniah. I think it's in Zechariah because we pull it pretty often. That's one of my favorite ones. But yeah, that's what he did. You know what I mean? So the world has gone mad. Seriously, man. And it's, the proof of this is in the scriptures, right? So give me Shani got it. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 28. Cassia, when you get a minute.
Come on.
All right. If anybody's on the call, you want to chime in, got a question, just say Salakia. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know how to go.
Come on.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
The Lord said that the Lord is going to smite you, okay, with madness and blindness. This is an actual curse that is placed upon us. It's in Deuteronomy, so you know what that is about. It's a curse that's placed upon us. We are so blind. We're blind to the fact. That was a song back in the day. You can't see what I can't see. You're blind, baby. You're blind to the fact. It's a real thing. We are blind to the actual things that are factual to us. If we come out, go ahead. Hey, what's going on, Mama Sasha? What's going on with you, warrior? Solid, the water, man. You know how I go. Put your phone on me. You got a question or comment, hit the unmute, say Salakia, and you know how I go. You got your phone with you, Mama? I mean, not your phone, your sword with you? Okay, no sweat. All right, I got you. All right. So the Lord will smite us with the madness, man, and the blindness. It is a real thing that exists, which is why we can't believe things that are actually factual. And we question things, even when we have the proof. You can have the proof in front of somebody's face, right? And they'll go, I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know. It's a real thing that we walk around like this. So much so that we believe half of the stuff, if not all of the things that this world teaches us. And we break this down all the time on our page about how they program us through TV. They're trying to make us accept homosexuality and accept gentrification and things that come along with white supremacy. These are the things that they want us to be blind to so that way we can accept it. Castiel, what you got?
It's like out of wine, not to interrupt. Once you bring it out, it's extremely heavy because I spotted these things, and I first spotted it with the homosexual movement.
Yeah.
And what they like to do, if you watch any type of movies,
Yeah.
they like to take and exploit each stereotypical black stereotype.
Right.
So if you go back to the show Empire, if you looked at Empire with Jesse Smollett, he was the one who, for the most part, operated with common sense.
Right.
But if you look at Hakeem, he was the womanizer. If you look at the older brother, he was crazy. If you look at their father, he was a gangster.
Right.
But then when you would go to Jesse Smollett, he would be the one to try to think sensibly. He'd be the one that people would say was most likable.
Right.
So now when I watch other shows, I see the same thing across the board, and I caught myself in a moment watching a show called All American. There's a sister on there who she's gay.
Sure.
In the show, she's in a relationship, and then they find themselves going back and forth. But they make her where she's likable. And I caught myself in a moment listening to what she was saying and saw how they were arguing, and I was like, yeah, tell your rib to shut the hell up.
Right.
So when I caught it, I was like, oh shit, they tricked me.
Right.
And it's very dangerous because like you said, it's programming.
Yeah. It's a form of it, man. Like I said before, I've said this a couple of times. When I was younger, I wanted to act and dress like Chris Cross because I'm a kid. So you see these things, and they're perceived as something cool. So you get your little Farmer John, you get your little jeans, and you turn them around, and you know what I mean. You try to be down and try to be cool because of what you're seeing on television was perceived as cool. Right. So we do it now. As it pertains to today, what is perceived as being cool? Homosexuality.
Right.
So now you watching a show like Bel Air, and you see Ashley's character, who is 12, is talking about that she's gay. You understand? So now, what does that do to a 12-year-old female who just so happens to be like, oh, I have a female friend. I'm like, Ashley, maybe I'm gay. It's programming. That's. Go ahead.
What you bringing out right now is so heavy because I can think back to my early childhood. You know, when I was like between age of 8 and 12. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, just watching TV. I remember several days if I couldn't watch, you know, I don't know how old you are, but if I couldn't see Grandma Mama, you know, back in the day, Grandma Mama, Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson, yeah, the Charlotte Hornets, right? The Charlotte, right?
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets. You know, I thought it was so cool when I was young. Yeah, I was like, man, this Grandma Mama. If I couldn't see that commercial 4 or 5 times, man, I didn't feel right.
Right.
Didn't see that gold, to see him in that dress donkey, you know, and as I got older and I thought about it, you know, and I got to
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's just so powerful. It's just so heavy that you bring that out right now, and how the media and how Hollywood just sit there and portray our stars and stuff, and deceive us that way to make us think it's cool.
Yeah, you're damn right. And to your point, they did put LeBron James in a damn dress. You Google it right now. Google LeBron James with a dress on. They put him in some type of like WNBA outfit. He got a blonde wig on it. I mean, it's a real thing, man. I mean, and again, to your point too, we idolize what we see on television as children, and then you want to emulate it because that's the first form of idolizing. You look up to it and go, I want to be like that. You aspire to be this way. You know what I mean? So that's a part of this programming that they do. You know what I mean? And it is a real thing, and it's because of scriptures like Deuteronomy and 28 and 28. The Lord shall smite us, man, with madness and blindness. It's real. We are walking around here blind. And these pastors and these so-called leaders that we have as shepherds for us are leading us into the goddamn ditch to begin with. Because I think the first time I saw homosexuality was in the church. You know, on one instance, they're saying, okay, listen, it's frowned upon, the Lord don't like it, it is what it is, blah, 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 right? But then I'm looking around, I'm like, that choir director is pretty damn flamboyant. This guy is like, his arms are wailing, and men don't move like that. Men move with a militant type of swag. Man, just walking. Yo, I got a mission. I got a job to do. Who the hell walks like this? Like, what are you, Conor McGregor? Like, why are your limbs so loose? Is what I'm trying to figure out. But this is what they do, and I seen that in the church, and I'm like, yo, this is wrong. It feels wrong. There's nothing about being in there that feels right. And if you're a part of that, then you're just as bad as the people that's in there because you have agreed to be a part of it because you don't question it. Most of us got into the school because we questioned it. We questioned why there's a homosexual in the church and the Lord said that he's against it. We questioned why there's a female pastor, okay? And then it led us here because the Lord is not with that either. You understand? You have to hate what the Lord hates. You can't say that you are for the Lord and then to be a part of something that he's not a part of. You can't do that. That is wrong and it's unlawful as hell. All right, let's do Deuteronomy 28 and 28. Read it again, Cassiata, if you could.
Come on,
just to hammer this home real fast.
Come on. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Listen, man, don't tie yourself to this community. Don't tie yourself to the things of the world. We are not of this world, man. We are out of this world. When people see us, we walking down the street, right? I.S.U.P.K on the command junior high. When people see us, they go, what y'all a part of? What's this? What's this? What do y'all do? Because we don't look like everybody in the world. We wear a priestly apparel, warlike attire, and that's something that the world has never seen before. When I say world, I'm talking about like our people. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother world. They look at us like, y'all are something else. We carry ourselves in a different type of way. We're not out here acting like fools, because we're not a part of this world. And understand how to cure your madness. In March, you have to switch your brain onto something totally different, totally opposite of what you've been programmed to sign on to program yourself to like. The Lord is not with anything that is of this world, and you don't have a scripture to provide that at all. You understand? Because he smited us with that madness, and it's a real thing that exists. Give me you said Mama Sar. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:25. Baba Shah, if you could. It's a goal that we have. Your mind has to be set towards figuring out why the madness is happening. Like I said, for example, when we go into these churches, right? You know something's off. And then at that point, you go, what am I going to do here? I gotta see why this is happening. Something in your spirit tells you, like, yo, I gotta see what's going on. This don't feel right. This is not supposed to happen. I remember being in a church. I got kicked out of 3 churches in my whole life. One, because I was laughing hysterically at something I saw, and that comes with the territory. It's just a big comedy show. I know I'm sorry, I'm good. it's a big comedy show. So I seen these people walking around, and they doing some type of dance with their arms. They have their head down, and then I seen somebody fall on the damn floor. So some sister falls on the floor. Another lady comes with a goddamn coat. She puts the coat over the person, and then people start throwing money on her like she's homeless. I'm like, wait a minute, is she asleep? What just happened? Not even 2 minutes after that, somebody else falls, and then they got a coat put on them. I still don't know what it means. So then I go home, and I'm asking people, like, what is this thing that's happening in church that I'm not feeling? They're like, oh, they catching the Holy Ghost. This is the Holy Ghost. And for a long time, and most of you online and on the phone could attest, you feel like you ain't gonna never get this ghost because I'm not falling, I'm not spitting, I'm not saying that. I ain't saying none of that. So how is it that I'm in the house of the Lord and all of these other people are spitting and falling and getting money thrown on them and I'm not? You know why? It's because you're supposed to question that and go, this is wrong, and get the hell out of there. That's the point. You already know something is wrong because you feel it. Those people in there, they have a feeling that's come over them. It's called stupidity. And they dance and they sing and they spit. They got praise dances, none of which is in the Bible at all. But that's a stupid feeling that they have because in their mind, what they're doing actually is holy, and it's not holy. Holy is the opposite of what they do because holy is separate. Holy is saying, yo, I'm going to do what the Lord said. I'm separate from you. If you want to be in that church, falling on the ground, spitting and scatting, by all means go ahead. But you know, all of us who are on this phone in the school, we knew. We like, yo, something is wrong. Mama, so you got that for me? Okay, read what you got.
7 and 21.
No, 7 and 25.
7 and 25, I mean.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 7:25. I apply my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things and to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness.
And what?
Of foolishness and madness.
And what?
Foolishness and madness.
Man, I said what?
Foolishness and madness.
The water. Let me break this down. Ecclesiastes 7 and 25. I applied my heart to know. What is the heart talking about? Your mind. I applied and I focused my mind to know and to search, which is what we do anytime we have saw something that was morally wrong. We now have focused our attention on it and went, that's, okay, they're saying one thing, this ain't what the book's saying, all right? So we have applied our mind and to search and to seek wisdom. So what you do is, in most cases, when you go to this church, you ask questions. You go, well, what is this? And what is that? And most of us who are online or on this conference call right now, you know what those questions were to your pastor or any goofy idiot that was in the church. You go, well, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And you know what you get? Silence. Because they don't have no answer for you. You went and applied your mind to it. You wanted to get an answer. You're searching for the answer. You're trying to seek wisdom from these people, and they don't even have it. They don't give you no answer. And then you're searching for the reason of things. You're searching, like, why is this happening? Who is this guy frailing his arms around singing Kirk Franklin Stomp? Who is that? What's the reason behind it? What's the reason for this lady passing out on the floor with a coat over her? What's the reason for putting two men on television kissing each other? What's the reason for putting two women on TV kissing each other? What's the reason behind it? Because now that you set your mind on it, you have to focus and go deeper to find out what the reason is. Because when you're searching for an answer, you're looking for the reason. The reason is what's going to give you the wisdom, because then you'll learn from whatever the question was. You'll learn, you'll get the answer to the question. But that doesn't happen in the church. But Ecclesiastes 7 and 25, you got to apply your mind to wanting to know and search for things that you want wisdom for. The reason behind it, right? And it says, and to know the wickedness of folly. You know what folly is? Folly is foolishness. And it says, and to know the wickedness of folly. I want to understand why. I want to understand why people are supporting Brittany Garner and Leah Thomas and Josie, whatever the hell his name, Smollett. What's the reason behind it? Because I see their I can see the wickedness. Because all three of them have one thing in common. And that one thing is they're all a part of that LGBTQ community, which is wickedness and foolishness and stupidity. So I'm smart enough to know and see the wickedness of that folly. I'm smart enough to see it because I've applied my mind and all of my goddamn attention to it. Even of the foolishness and the madness, which is what this class is about. We're not having this class for you to go, oh, I support Brittany. No. This class is for you to go, I'm going to help that sister get off that weed so that way she never gets arrested again. That's what we're going to do. Those other two, Leah Thomas, the transgender woman, and Juicy Smollett, whatever the hell his name is, I don't give a damn about them.
Right.
Using them as an example tonight because unfortunately they're in the news, and we're gonna make them an example tonight. But Brittany Griner, she might have a little hope, maybe. First, you got to stop the homosexuality. That is, you got to go with that. That ain't even of the Lord, and she knows it too. But that is a gateway to everything else that's going to come. It is a river of foolishness and stupidity, and it's flowing through this world, man. Either you're going to sink in it or you're going to get the hell out of it. I choose to get the hell out of it. I choose to seek the wisdom. I choose to put my mind to know and to search out wisdom and the reasons of the things. That's our job. That's the point. Because there's nothing crazy about that. What's crazy is if you support it. What's crazy is saying, yo, Brittany Griner, she's arrested, but, you know, she shouldn't be. She should be. You did the crime, now you gotta do the time. And as far as the transgender people go, Jesus Christ, here's an asinine thing to think, right? Here's what madness is. If I said to any black person, Hispanic or Native American person, right? If you go, how would you feel if your daddy punched your mama? And they'll go, oh man, that's messed up. Messed up, man. You're not supposed to hit no woman. Meanwhile, there's a transgendered woman in boxing that is breaking the skulls of women. There's no outrage for this at all. So now on one end, you don't like it if your daddy's smacking your mama around. I remember that movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? Everybody talking about Eat the Cake Anime, how it's so terrible and bad. Ike Turner ain't no goddamn transgender. That's a man. The same way you look at that and go, that's wrong, is the same exact way you should look at transgendered women in boxing and UFC, breaking the skulls of women and noses of actual women. You should look at that as wrong too. Why are you so accepted of that? It's because the world that you love accepts it. They accept it. What they don't accept, though, is your daddy. So listen, anything he does is wrong. You know, you still hate him for not saying happy birthday to you when you were 5, although you can't remember it, but your mama told you. You have a hatred for him or for something you think he did or he may not have done. But this transgender woman is getting awards and I'm going to speak my truth. It's garbage. That's what it is. Read it again from the top of Mama Saw.
I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things.
Right.
And to know the wickedness of power, even of foolishness and madness.
You have to be aware of these things. Listen, it's like a father telling a daughter what to do and what not to do as it pertains to the dating scene. Or a mother guiding a daughter. It's what good parents do. The Most High loves us that much to teach us, to tell us what to look out for, what to study, what to read, what to think, how to live. That's a real thing that a great father is doing for us. because he loves us that much. We're not a part of this goddamn place, man. We're different in every way. That homosexual community has nothing to do with us. That's ESO, that's white man stuff, right? That's it ain't even a part of our DNA to be like that. You ever party with white folks? They draw a penis on the side of your face when you sleep, they gay, they touching you, they kiss each other on the mouth. It's three. You go to any pub or to a bar, it's three of them, they're kissing. There's two chicks here, the man is in the middle. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. And they're naturally gay. Like that Greco-Roman wrestling is gay. Two men in a singlet? Come on, I mean, that's why I love the truth, because if it wasn't for the truth, we'd all be dead. This is what is going to save you from the illness that you have, because we already established earlier that madness, I'll read it from the top too, the state of being mentally ill, extremely foolish behavior. Grow the hell up. Learn how to identify today the difference between what is actually right and what is actually morally wrong. And if you can do that, you may have a little small glimpse of hope, because the right way would be to acknowledge it and come on in here to school, into class. The wrong way would be to ignore it and go, no, that ain't my truth. That's the problem that we have today in this society, this form of madness. It is absolutely mind-bending to see transgendered people going into bathrooms. They should have their own do your own thing. I don't want no transgender woman coming into the bathroom with my daughter, because it's not a woman, it's a man. And let me set the record straight too, because a lot of these YouTubers and these people on Twitter, these so-called black leaders and these activists, they don't have the stones to say it. So allow me to say it. Transgendered women are not women. They're men. Period. That's a real thing. It's a man. Genetically, biologically, it's a man, which is the reason why Leah Thomas can get into whatever that stupid race is when they swimming and win. That thing has the genetics to be stronger than all the other contestants who are actually women. Why wouldn't he win? If he's stronger, we are the stronger. We're the strongest. Masculinity, you need that. Strength, testosterone. Women don't possess that. It's very soft and feminine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw what was on podcast in UK on the Ends Radio.
Yeah.
It was like he was showing like this clip about this debate about transgenders. Should you accept them?
Yeah.
And you had like two women and one guy, one bro. And the bro, like, basically that if one of the sisters said if a man wants to be a transgender woman, or if he wants to be, if he want me to be, I'll be fine with it. But the man said, well, one day let me be Chinese one day. I'll get my skin bleached and stuff like that. I want to be Chinese one day. He said, why you want to be that? Because I want you to be that.
Right.
It's like women, like very illogical,
Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
I know, it's weird. The idea of transgender. Okay, we're gonna talk about Leah Thomas. All right, because like I said, we're gonna talk about three people tonight, and this thing is first. Leah Thomas, for those of you who don't know, is a transgender woman who won the NCAA championship, and they were glorifying this all over the news, saying that this was the first transgender woman to win this championship, and blah, blah, blah. It is absolutely ridiculous. All right. Here's what's funny about this. The transgender people feel some type of way inside, and then they go, I'm this because I feel like that. Okay? Now let me break this down so that way you can understand it a little bit better. That'll be like me saying, in court, to the judge, if I committed a crime, he goes, well, who's going to be representing you? And you go, me. Like, are you a lawyer? Yes. I feel like I'm a lawyer, so thus I'm going to be one. I feel like I'm a cop, so I'm going to be a cop. I feel like I'm Spider-Man, so I guess I'm Spider-Man. That's how stupid it sounds. When a transgender person goes, well, I feel like a woman inside. I feel just like a woman, so I must be a woman. I feel free sometimes, but when I go outside and the cops show up, I don't quite feel so free anymore. You understand? There's a reality. There's a brick wall here. and it's called reality. And this transgender community, that LGBTQ, BBD, ABC, whatever the hell they are, they don't deal in the realm of reality because they're mad. They're mentally ill and disturbed, and they know it. But the society kind of brushes over that and goes, "Oh, nah, take this out of DSM-4. Take this out of here. We don't need this. It's not a mental illness. It's how they feel." That's bull. You know it's bull. Everybody knows it's bull. It is a stupid thing to sit there and go, "I feel like I'm this, thus I am that." It's a demon inside you. Napaj, give me, you got your sword on you, Napaj?
Come, get it right here.
All right, let me get Mark chapter 5 and verse 8. It's a real thing when we battle these type of people, man, these demons, man, because you can see it in them. It's like the movie The Exorcist. You know, when you're talking down to the demon and then you hear like 9 different voices of what they identify with, whatever the heck it is, and them demons come out, especially out here when we go to camp downtown. Woo woo! They be coming out switching and tooting and twerking, and them demons coming out. You got it?
Come on.
Go ahead.
The book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 8. For he said unto him, "Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit."
Right, keep going.
Verse 9. And he asked him, "What is thy name?" And he answered, saying, "My name is Legion."
So right, so this is Christ casting out an unclean spirit inside of a cat, right? And instead of the man responding, the demons in him are responding. The unclean spirit is responding. And the unclean spirit, when Christ asked, "What is thy name?" said, "My name is Legion, for we are many." You hear that? Like that last part is what I want to seal home for all y'all. The demon said, "We are many. My name is Legion." Now, anybody on the line, go to Google and type in the word Legion. Napaj, look up the word Legion.
Come
Because I'm trying to bring home and convey a very heavy point, which pertains to Leah Thompson, which pertains to that LGBTQ community about Legion. This large number of demons that they deal with every goddamn day inside of their body, and they're pushing off on the world. And we ask them, "Hey, what do you go by?" "Oh, my pronoun is this. You, she, her, him, hey." Go ahead, Napaj, you got it?
on. The definition of legion, got one to say, a vast host, multitude, or number of people or things.
You got another one? That's the one I want, but there's another one talking about a Roman army.
Oh, come, okay. A unit of 3,000 through 6,000 men in the ancient Roman army.
A unit of what?
3,000 through 6,000 men.
It's a vast, legion is a vast number, a large number, okay? So when this cat answered Christ back, when Christ said, "What is thy name?" this cat said, "My name is Legion, for we are many." This is coming out of one person. For we are many? Here's a funny thing, right? Just pertaining to the scripture right here. How many genders are there, realistically? Anybody online want to give it a shot? I know it's a hard question, but how many genders are there that actually exist? Go ahead.
Only 2 out of 1.
You got that right. Only 2. That is correct. Now here's the kicker. Here's where Legion and this LGBTQ transgender community come in. Go on your phone right now and Google 72 genders. It's a real thing that exists. Just look it up real fast, right? And everybody that's online on conference call and online, even you, Napaj, pick one of the genders, right? Pick one of the genders, and then when I call on you, everybody get one. When I call on you, read the description of the gender. There are 72 based on what the world says, because I got a list of them. We about to read Legion right now. We about to read all of the goddamn names of Legion. Because wait till you see the 72 genders. Now again, the brother on the phone brought out, it's only 2. Logic, reason, it's only 2. Male, female, boy, girl, up, down, left, right, in, out. It's only 2. Heads, tails, it's only 2. This disgusting place that we live in, based off of Leah Thomas and other transformers like it, said that there are 72 genders. 72? Wait until you see this. Napaj, you got one?
One.
Anybody online got one?
I'm just trying to.
You find one.
Oh Lord.
Wait, hold on, Mouse. Hold on. Go ahead, Napaj.
Got one. Gender.
Yeah.
A gender. A person who is a gender does not identify with any particular gender. or they may have no gender at all. God.
That's one. Now, who got the next one? Give me another one. I think Mawasar said it. Mawasar, you got one? All right, read yours.
Gender is a different than sex. So genetic factors typically define a person's sex. Gender refers to how they identify on the inside.
What?
Right. Wait. Here's one for you. I got the whole list. There's a gender called demi-fluid. Okay. Here's the description of what demi. Just in case you out there you feel this way, then you must be demi-fluid. Having multiple genders, some fluid, while others are static. What in the hell does that mean? What is that? Here's another one. Demiflux. Go ahead, you got it.
It was real funny. Alexi gender. No, Alexi gender.
Yeah, come on.
Alexi gender. So a person has a fluid gender identity between more than one type of gender, although they cannot name the gender they feel fluid in.
You see now what? See what I'm saying? What the hell are we talking about here? This is what I'm saying, man. What does that even mean? The gender that the fluid, the gender that they don't. Man, let me give you this one because this one I found it. I was like, yo, these are genders that people can identify with based off of the description. Let me give you one real fast, just for the purpose of this class. The madness that we're talking about. That legion, we're reading them right now. Here we go. Demigender is DEMIGENDR. Here's demigender. The individual has partial traits of one gender and the rest of the other gender. What the hell does that mean? So when you sit here and you talk, go ahead. Somebody says, Slaki? Hey, what's going on, man? You got one for me? Okay, go ahead and read it, man. Let's bring all of Legion out tonight.
I got one. It's a cisgender.
Yeah.
CISGENDER.
Yeah.
For example, a cisgender woman is a woman who still identifies with the sex female, and in this case, a doctor assigned them at birth.
See what? Okay. Here's one. I got one for y'all. It's called gender blank. Gender blank, like blank man. Gender blank. Here's a description for you out there who are watching who may identify with gender blank. Here's the description. It is closely related to a blank space. What is that? What closely related to a blank space? So what? How do you even? The boss, what you had to say, man? I'm getting a headache.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I know that time.
No sweat. So when we go back to Mark, right? We go back to Mark 5 and 8. This is the legion that we're talking about. It's 72 of these things, man. That's a large amount. Because you heard the cat said, and he answered, saying, "My name is Legion, for we are many." That's the same thing that Leah Thompson has right now. The legion. Because one day it's a man, then the next day it's a woman, and then based off of the other 70 that are here, this thing could switch up at any moment. That's madness. That is what madness is, the quintessential definition of it. And we are living in that time right now, where a person can walk around and say that they identify with blank space. And I don't even know what the hell that means. Because why? It's confusion. And we know that the Lord does not deal with confusion at all. He's not the author of confusion. This world is confused because it has gone mad, and you should absolutely part ways from anything that has anything to do with this wicked and filthy place. It is terrible. We all have children. What am I supposed? What do you people tell your children? Do you have the stones to be like, yo, baby, there's only 2 genders. I don't know what they're talking about. Or do you fold like a goddamn coward and go, oh yeah, honey, there's 72 now? Because based off the scripture we read earlier, Ecclesiastes 7:25, I apply my heart to know and to search and to seek wisdom out of the reasons of things. So your kid is going to question it, just like you question church. Mm-hmm. Your kid is going to go, boy, girl, cisgender, what does that look like? What is that in the form of? What vessel is that in? Is it a cat? Is it a dog? What the hell is it? And then you're going to make them confused. We are lying to our children. Why do you want to lie to your kids, man? And it starts with you. You lied to you. You telling your kids that you're cisgendered and gender blank and blank man and gender flow and they don't know what the hell to think because now they're confused. And they grow up just as confused as you. God damn this place, man. God damn the oppressor too. For putting it on TV and in programming. For this whole month. That's all I've been seeing. I'm watching Bel Air. I'm watching these shows. I'm watching what's going on in the news with Jesse Smollett, and I'm watching what's going on with Leah Thomas, and I'm watching what's going on with Brittany Griner. And it's all the same thing. Crazy people that are being defended by another group of insane people. It's the same song. Where the hell is your passion when our people die? Where's your passion for that? Where's that madness and that anger at when our people die? Or do they have to smoke weed first in order for you to care? Because that's the thing that bonds you to Brittany Griner in the first place. The only reason why you're saying it's wrong, first of all, let me say this. For you black people, Hispanic and Native American people out there that are so for Brittany Griner, right? Where the hell were you when she was beating up her girlfriend? Because she was arrested on domestic violence charges before and pled guilty to it. Even a lesser known fact, where are you during the WNBA season? Since you're so much in support of her, you know how many stats she averaged? You know how many dunks she made this year? Do you know what team she plays for? Or are you now more interested because she's a black woman locked in Russia because of the thing that you have in common with her, which is one, you're gay, and you smoke weed. That's why you gravitate to Bob Marley so much. His music is trash, for one. Let me be the first and only to say it. His music is trash, and he smokes weed. But yet, if you go into any Benjamite store, into a Jamaican spot, it's pictures of him all over the place. Why? Because they have the same thing in common with him. They smoke weed. Garbage, trash. That's the only thing that's binding you to Leah Thomas, Jesse Smollett, and Brittany Griner. You got something to say to Posh?
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine.
You sure? You go ahead, brother. It's all right, man.
I mean, say something.
No, I thought you had something. I thought you had your hand up.
No, I am.
Okay, I thought you had another gender to bring up. That's all.
Oh.
No, you good. Mama, what's up? Go ahead. No, you good.
Yeah, I'm reading this. They got this thing called polysexual Yahanna.
Yeah.
A term that describes individuals with a sexual orientation that involves sexual or romantic attraction to people with varying genders.
But again, it's stupid. It's stupid and it's nonsensical. But that's the world we live in, man.
Oh,
the Posh, go ahead.
God, dog. It one called androgyne.
Mm-hmm.
It means a person who identifies as an androgyne has a gender that is either both masculine and feminine, or between masculine and feminine.
Oh, my brain. It's maddening. It's okay. We know we laughing because it's ridiculous and stupid, but okay. Here's the reason why we're laughing. And I know the world's watching us, and we sit here and we break this down. But the world's laughing because, or we're laughing because we know what the truth is. We knew something was wrong, we searched it out, and we got wisdom for the reasons why. These things don't make no sense because they're stupid. And that's why we can sit here and go, okay, haha, it's funny. Because the idea of it is so ridiculous. And that's wickedness and foolishness, and it's good to know the wickedness of folly. It's great to know that. All right, read Mark in Mark 5:8 again.
Call on this book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 8. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit.
Right, keep on.
Verse 9. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many.
For we are many. That 72 that you read, that's a part of that legion.
Right.
Legion is a vast number. It's a large number of it's a large army. It's a large number of people, things. And Legion said, for we are many. And me, myself, Napaj, Mawasar, Gashan, we just read at least just like 6 of the 72 of Legion. And it's absolutely a thing that exists. These people are sick in the mind, which is what madness is. And unfortunately, people like Brittany Griner are suffering because of their madness right now. She's being detained in a Russian goddamn jail because she wanted to smoke weed and be a homosexual. Here's the funny thing. All those people you support her, why don't you go over there and go get her? Why don't you go get her? You're not going to get her because you don't really care. You should have stopped her from smoking weed to begin with, and she wouldn't have been in that goddamn problem. Moving on. Any questions or comments? Anybody on the phone in the room? All right. No sweat. Let's move on to the next cat that we're going to talk about. Jussie Smollett. Oh, Lord. Let's get this cat out the way. Does anybody know the story behind Jussie Smollett? What happened to him? On the line? Because if you don't, I'll let you know.
Slocky. What they do played on, what is it, Power Show?
Empire.
Oh, Empire, that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought you like though. He played like the homosexual or something like that? Or?
Yeah, he played the role that he was born to play.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a gay man. Not saying that you're born gay, but.
Oh yeah, basically, yeah, stage a sexual harassment attack with about some 2 Hamites.
Yeah.
That's about they had beat him up because he was a homosexual.
He was a homosexual.
And they found out.
Yeah, they bought a goddamn noose and they had MAGA hats on. Yeah, so that's the basis. The basic story is Jussie Smollett staged his own hate crime. So he got these 2 Hamite cats to fake jump him in the alleyway or some garbage like this and put a noose around his neck and say something about how he's gay and black, and it was a whole thing. They questioned the Hamites. They said, listen, this cat put us up to this. Jussie Smollett was under investigation, and then out of nowhere he starts to turn the corner and say that he's been framed, people are lying for him, and he's searching for justice because those men were beating him up because he's gay. Now, before the 2 Africans came out and acknowledged and admitted that he put him up to it, D.L. Hughley, all your comedians, your Steve Harveys, damn near half of the black community was standing with Jussie, and they even had a hashtag. It's like, I stand with Jussie. Everybody was standing with him. But if you know the character of these cats, they lie a lot. It's just something that looked wrong about when he was saying, you're like, really? They jumped you? You're like maybe the fourth important person on the show, like maybe 5th. I don't even know who you are. But 2 Africans wearing MAGA hats wanted to jump you. Jussie Smollett, a character on a show that is dying. They don't. What's the leverage? Like, what are they getting for this? You're not really wealthy for real. But he staged it so that way he can go use it as a publicity stunt, so that way he can get more money on Power. So it was a power move. It was a power play of Empire. Like it was a move that he did in order to get him some money. Here's the messed up part about this. Black people, after hearing the 2 Africans admit that Jussie Smollett staged this whole hate crime, are still believing that it actually happened. They're with him. So his brother comes out, gets him out of jail. He's sitting there like, oh yeah, my brother is innocent, and we're gonna get justice. Justice for what? Just go get a receipt. Go get a. That's the justice that he should be looking for. Go get a receipt. That's what you need, because you paid them, and they clearly just betrayed you. You probably bought those MAGA hats for them, gave them money to buy that rope, that noose. Just go get a receipt. Justice for you is not going to happen, but it might, because recently they let him out. He was supposed to do, I believe, 5 months in jail, and then do 30. I want to say maybe a couple of years of probation, something like that. Y'all can look it up. You can search it if you want to. But he was supposed to be in jail for 5 months, 180 days. And then before he went in, he goes, I'm not suicidal. Whatever happens to me and theirs because y'all allowed it. So he done switched the whole story. Now he's not suicidal. He's crazy. He's mad and gay. That's the common flow, the theme that we have in this class today. But people like Jesse Smollett are telling you and saying, hey, I'm innocent, but I'm guilty. Because he's crazy. Give me give me Ecclesiastes 10 and 13. I'm gonna try to wake up you Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, man. Stop listening to these cats. These so-called celebrities are not here for you. Again, where the hell are they when we're dying in the street? Where are they when we're out there? I.S.U.P.K on the Command Junior Yahanna are feeding homeless people, having food drives and clothing drives, and teaching brothers and sisters and young children their identity, who they are, where they come from, their importance. Go ahead, Devaj.
Oh, you got a sister, the boy, she on YouTube, she had named one of the genders. She called her Mapperite. A person or animal having both male and female sex organs or other sexual characteristics, either abominably or, in the case of some organisms, as their natural condition.
I'm not sure what the hell you said, but I know. That's his sister that identifies with that?
Yeah, she on YouTube.
Okay, so she's a werewolf. We'll just call it what it is. You mentioned something about her with the organs of a bear. It's just too much. That whole family is kind of bizarre. Their sister, they got an older sister, I think. She was on that show, Lovecraft Country. She was also in Eve's Bayou, that little light-skinned chick. Yeah, the whole family is crazy. He's gay, the damn brother's gay, and then now, Officer Napashka, y'all just told me about the sister who identifies with having the organs of a werewolf. I don't know. Mama Saw, you got that for me? All right, read it when you got it.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 13. The beginning of the word of his mouth is foolishness.
Stop right there. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness. Jesse Smollett, he starts to talk, and what he's about to say is absolutely stupid, and it's foolish. This is the type of cat that you're dealing with here, man. He's a foolish cat. Hey, what's going on?
Y'all about to do that with thoughts. Yeah, I wonder if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I heard you talking about Juicy Smollett.
Yeah, Juicy Smollett.
Yeah, what makes his situation so weird is because he's acting just like his father. Mm-hmm. He's finding every excuse to try to get away from, whatever he did. You know what I'm saying? That fake incident, you know what I'm saying? That fake news he tried to put on.
Right.
He's just like his oppressive father by trying to find any excuse, anything to get some sympathy and to get off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. That's still John 8 and 44. Ye are of your father the devil. You understand? That's a real thing. That's what his problem is. He's just like his daddy, trying to get out of a jam. Crying and pleading and, this is wrong. I'm innocent. Man, sit the hell down somewhere, man. Do your jail time. Do your jail time like a man. And the jail element should be right in his wheelhouse because they have gay cats in there. But the hell, you are gay. Your state may be kind of uncomfortable, but who cares? You did the crime. You got to do the time, man. But because he's Esau, the so-called white man, he just got out. Go ahead, Mama Saw. See that? The March Madness is a real thing. Madness in itself is a real thing, but we hitting these scriptures that are putting a heavy emphasis on that. When this scripture is so about that cat, it is pinpoint. The minute he start talking, you already know, oh boy, here comes some foolishness. He the type of cat that you hang out with in the world, and you're like, hey man, where you been at? And then he makes a look on his face, and you go, oh, here it comes. Like, yeah, man, I was in the alleyway, and I got jumped by 2 African guys that were wearing MAGA hats and dashikis, and they put a noose around my neck, and they hung me from a goddamn light pole. Where was this at? Near Subway. Eat Fresh. Were they open? No. Well, why were you outside? I was going to Subway. They closed. That's the type of guy we're dealing with here. That's the type of guy we're dealing with. Anytime you hear a guy talk like that, anything after that, you should go, okay, this is baloney. It's bull crap, because his reputation precedes him. He now has a reputation of lying. He has a reputation of misleading people. And now he has a reputation of saying things that are foolish. Read it again from the top, Mama Son. Yeah.
The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness.
Right.
And the end of his talk is mischievous madness.
Mischievous madness. That's the end of his conversation. His conversations are absolutely ridiculous, and you should look at that and go, brother, are you crazy? Are you out of your damn mind? So you plan to have a hit on you. Now you're denying that it actually happened. Where 2 of the members who you paid to do this ratted you out and told and told the world, told the world that you paid them to do it with a check, I believe. Who the hell writes personal checks for a hit? My God. Keep going, Mama Saw. Take me to 14.
Verse 14, Ecclesiastes, 14. A fool also is full of words.
Stop right there. A fool also is full of words. What does that mean? This cat talks a lot. He full of words. He got a lot to say. You go to any one of them Jesse Smollett videos of him, he is talking his goddamn head off. Him, his gay brother, that half-werewolf sister, all of them, they talking their heads off. That's what a fool does. A fool, they run their mouth with no wisdom and knowledge coming out of it. It's just a whole bunch of words with no comma, no period, no punctuation at all. It's all of their feelings and how people have messed up, and not even focusing on the real issue which is he lied. That's a very simple, he lied is 2 words. Very simple. When you go to verse 14, it says a fool also is full of words. If you could admit to yourself that you lying, why the hell would you be full of words? It's just 2 words. I lied. I'm sorry. I'm going to jail. Sorry, what you thought.
If I may, what you just said is so heavy. The oppressor can't tell the truth, because in that same John 8:44, it goes on there in the end and say, when he speaketh a lie. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for an oppressor to tell the truth, whether that oppressor is mixed with Negro or whatever. Right. If he got that oppressor gene in him, he's a liar. It's a liar.
That's a part of his DNA. It's in his DNA. It is as pure as him being white. It's a part of him. It's the same way how black people like chicken. That's what it is. Black people love chicken, and that's what we like. It's in our DNA. We don't know how and why, but we like chicken, and we like to dance. In our oppressor's DNA, he lies. And oppressors. That's what he likes. And bloody meat. That's what he likes to do. The oppressor loves blood so much that they have a drink that's called Bloody Mary that only white people drink. They said, hey, how can we get the taste of blood, but in alcohol? Hey, here's a good thing. Put some of that V8 inside of this cup, then put some alcohol in it, and top it off with a goddamn celery stick, because I want to be healthy. That's how much Esau loves blood. They made a drink called Bloody Mary. They want to drink it. I don't know, no black people. Nepal, you drink Bloody Mary?
Bloody Mary, I think I tried it at least once.
And that's it, right?
Be a problem.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Mama Saw, you ever had a Bloody Mary? Right.
Like,
Hey, Gashawn, you ever had a Bloody Mary?
Hell no, I don't want. He even say they drink it because it helps bring them back to life after a hangover.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I bet it does. I wouldn't know because I don't drink the crap. But anyway, read it again from the top.
Oh God. And book also is full of words.
Yeah.
And man cannot tell what shall be.
Listen, man. With these people, with people like him, you don't know what's coming next. Because they're unpredictable because they're so full of words. Everything that they say is foolish and is stupid. You can't even tell him what he's about to do next. You don't know what's going to happen. Who can tell him? Nobody. The DA, Sheriff's Department, hey, listen, man, you're guilty. No. I'm innocent. I'm gay, so everybody hates gays. He's trying to tie it into that. But that's Esau for you. The spirit. Give me John 8:44, Nepal.
okay.
That's the spirit of Esau to the core. They lie. Damn near like a language. It's a language inside of them. It's a part of who they are. The oppressor lies, man. How else do you get slaves on the boat? How else do you get slaves to do your work for you? Even today, a lot of us think, oh, well, my boss is nice. I know you out there going, it ain't all of them. It ain't all of them. Yes, it is. It is all of them. And if it's not, go get one and tell him to give up his privilege. Ask him if he will trade places with you. Because they won't. They're not going to sit there and trade places with you because our life is absolute hell. It is hell on earth, and he sits in heaven, and he knows it. He's sitting on the throne right now as we teach this class, drinking a Bloody Mary, banging a prostitute or whatever they do, and we down here teaching our people, having lashes on our back every time we step outside the door, everything we do. Because we cursed. The oppressor has us in this lock like this. Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, so like, what is a Bloody Mary anyway? What is mixed of?
It's like it's V8 with I think it's vodka. I think.
Oh no, I never had that. No.
Yeah, it's a V. That's what it is, right? I think that's what it is.
No, I never had that.
And at the end, when they finish making it, they stir it with a celery stick.
Yeah. They
okay.
Yeah, they take V8, that can of tomato sauce, whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not like, why would you, what? That's Esau for you. You got John 8:44 in the bar?
Come.
Oh, wait, Slock, go ahead.
Yeah, that's also a game that they play, sir.
Oh, what? That when you stand in the mirror and say Bloody Mary? Oh, yeah, because that's Esau for you, madness. Let me stand in the mirror and say Bloody Mary so somebody can come and kill me. What kind of, what? Jesus, man, go ahead, Nepal.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 44.
Yep.
Ye are your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
That's right.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth.
He don't abode in the truth, man. There's no truth in Jesse's Juicy Smooth, whatever the hell his name is. There's no truth in him. He's lying out of his mouth in front of a camera, in front of millions and millions of people. And for some particular reason, our people believe him. Or most of our people. But there's some that is going, hey man, free. You should see it on Twitter. Hey, I seen the one hashtag that said free Jesse or free something. I stand for Jesse. Like, come on, man. Free him? He's free now. He's out of jail now. He's definitely out. So you got your wish. Your oppressor left jail. That is not going to go over so well with your dad or your brother or any other black person in your family. There won't be no hashtags for you. Ain't nobody coming out to see you. But if you want to be tied into this type of cat, there's going to be some consequences that come with it. You're supposed to be separate from this place. I do not want to be a part of Esau any damn thing. Not his military, nothing.
Right.
Because once you put on that spirit that is not of the Lord's, which is Esau's spirit, that spirit of I'm a patriot, and I'm standing for America and justice, and you might as well just dye your hair blonde and paint your face white. You are now of your father, the devil, because he believes in suppressing our people to begin with. So you are of your father, the devil, Jesse Smollett, and the lust of your father you will do. What's the lust of his father? Homosexuality.
Right.
That's the lust of his father. You want to touch on men. And then I remember in the show Empire, they had this scene where he comes out to his dad, but he comes out during, it's a song that they were singing. So Terrence Howard hears the verse in the song. Terrence Howard turns around, he's like, what the hell? So to make Terrence Howard look like the bad guy, they show this scene of Terrence Howard throwing him in the garbage, throwing Jesse Smollett in the garbage for wearing his mama's high heel shoes, which should happen. If your son puts on your wife, your ribs shoes, we need to have a stern talk.
Right.
Because that is not right. It is out of order. But in this world, in this society, it's okay to put on your mom's shoes. Because according to the 72 genders, he might be one of these. Gender flow. When you want to put on your mama's shoes with the intention on wearing them in the future. There's your gender for you right there. But they try to make Terrence Howard look like the bad guy in the show because he didn't want his son to be gay. What man wants that? They try to portray Terrence Howard like he was the bad guy. You know, he's just doing what a father is doing. But Jesse Smollett he's of his father, the devil, and the lust of his father he will do. And you black people and Hispanic and Native American people out there, you are of your father, the devil, too, if you tie yourself onto that type of belief and that type of way of living. Because you have now acknowledged that the Most High is not your father and have just acknowledged that the oppressor is your daddy.
Right.
That's what you do. So that scripture is for you to know. This thing is for Jesse Smollett. It could be applied to you as well. Because the Most High is our Father. And a great damn Father, I would say. Harsh and stern. Punishes you when you do wrong. Rewards you when you do right. But the devil? I don't want that cat as my dad at all. I don't want him as my dad. He's going to have you in high heels and a dress, looking like goddamn Larry Johnson. And you're going to be cool with it. I'm not cool with it. The brothers in this room on the phone, the sisters watching at home, we not cool with it, man. We not cool with it. Because the Lord ain't cool with it. You understand? Any more on that?
Call
Go ahead.
Because there's no truth in him.
Mm-hmm.
When he speak a lie, he speak of his own.
Oh man, stop right there. When that cat speak, the lies that he's speaking about, Jesse Smollett, he's speaking of his own. The very lies that's coming out of his mouth are his own lies. Leah Thomas, I feel like a woman inside. They're speaking of their own lie. How do they disguise the lie? Do you know how they disguise their lies? Here's how society, this is the term that they use to disguise a lie. They go, I'm just speaking my truth.
No,
go ahead. Oh, you out of it? All right.
Go ahead.
That's how they cover up. That's a terminology they use now. You ever been talking to somebody, one of these type of people, and they go, I'm just living my truth, and I'm just speaking my truth. What the hell does that mean? That would imply that your way is the only way. There's two types of things in this world, man. Up, down, left, right, in, out, truth, lie, wrong, right. But you can't sit there out of your mouth and go, I'm just living my truth. You're living a lie, and that lie is yours. Keep going.
Come. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Listen, man, you know what it's like to be the father of something? The progenitor of it? Listen, the oppressor is the original liar. He's an OG at it. Experienced, well-versed in the art of lying. The serpent in the garden. Christopher Columbus, so on and so forth. Lying. It's in their DNA to lie. That's why the scriptures say the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Because who else talks smooth like that? You brothers, you go on a date with a sister, listen, you got to damn near prove yourself at the damn dinner table on the first date. She asking you all these goddamn questions, and you have to prove yourself at the dinner table. Y'all trying to have a good time. Say, that's your real name? No problem. Yo. She asking you what's your real name, how many kids you got, what's your relationship with your child's mother. You gotta sit there and prove yourself. Because in the black community's mind, the black man is lying. I'm lying all the time. This scripture right here is not for us. This scripture is for your oppressor and anybody that follows that. But this part here is specifically geared for your oppressor. He's the father of lying, yet black men are held to that standard as if we're lying all the damn time. The father of it, the father, the one that brought forth the lie, he begat the lie. Black men are held to that. Juicy Smooth yet ain't even held to that. Because we're so oppressed and we have been stricken with madness that we believe him. We believe Jesse Smooth yet. And you don't believe brothers like myself, Napaj. You don't believe brothers like Mawasar and Deshaun. Because apparently us black men, have the reputation of lying so much that you don't believe what we're saying out of our mouth, although it's in the Bible. But you believe people like Jesse Smollett and your choir director and Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, and all these other people, because you're just like them. Just like them. And I'm glad that we had to do this class tonight, because it's going to shine a light and put a goddamn magnifying glass over your mentality and over that mental illness that you have of madness. We do this every goddamn day of the week because we love our people that much. It is embedded into us to do this job, and we do it well. It's difficult, sure, but it is absolutely necessary, and it's what we love to do. Name another organization on the planet that cares so much so for their people that they're willing to educate them on the things that actually plague and hurt them. You can't. There's no integration here. Ain't no white folks in here. Ain't no East Indians up in here. We black. You understand that? We are for our people. We educate our people. That's our job.
Right.
And you got the goddamn audacity and the gall to be like, oh, well, you're lying. Y'all lying. What's this shirt about? What's this about? Like, African soul Israelite. What is that? That's a lie. My father told me that Africans sold Africans. We come from Africa, right? That's what they tell. That's how they talk to us. That's a go ahead, Nepal.
Oh, I got 45 and 46, you know what I'm saying? To pick back on what you're saying.
Yeah, go ahead, you got it.
Verse 45, and because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not.
Come on, man.
Verse 46, which of you convince me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do ye not believe me?
Come on, man. That's what we deal with every day. Why don't you believe us? It's in the book that you say you read. It's in the book that you say you read. It's in the book that your pastor and Joel Osteen hold up, dust on it, blueberry muffin crumbs all inside of it, rice and gravy on the goddamn cover, because they sit there and eat and read and all this other stupid stuff. You don't even believe it because the oppressor doesn't believe it. The truth is not in him. And if you follow him, the truth ain't in you either, because why would you follow him?
Right.
Think about the crimes that nation has committed. Look at what's happening right now in Ukraine. That's the definition of white on white crime, is it not? Yet we turn a blind eye towards it. We go, oh, well, you know, it's just war. Where are the statistics now? Where are these analysts now that every time you talk about unifying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, where are those same people when we promote that argument? They go, well, black people kill each other all the time. Where's the white on? Where's the stat for white on white crime? Where's that? Because it's been happening for quite a while. Ukraine and Russia ain't the first sign of that. Every major war, World War I, II, Revolutionary War, that's white people. That's your oppressor killing that white nation, rising against nation. That's white on white crime. But yet you want to.
So, like y'all don't want.
Go ahead, you got it.
So, like y'all don't want. What you just said is so heavy. You know, our brother, you know what I'm saying? He thinks he's slick, you know what I'm saying? But in no way he can get around all the atrocities that he's committed around the world, not just against black and Native Americans, but against his own people, you know what I'm saying? The Israelites, they are known for warfare, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So they have conquered everything, like Yahanna said a couple of weeks ago. Who else do you have to conquer now? You have conquered everything.
Right. What else? Ain't nothing left. They're not gonna get us, man. That ain't gonna happen. We training brothers up, and we training our families up. Young men are getting groomed in here, man. It's a beautiful thing to see when we had the kids and stuff in here. We all having a good time. Nobody fighting each other. We ain't sitting here. Oh man, I don't like this dude. It's a beautiful thing to see black people united like that, man. And it is people like Jesse Smollett and his dad and his lineage that don't like it, because the real power in the word black power is unity. That's what they don't like. They don't like us unified. That's why every time we do it, here they come. And here come your supporters. All right, I can guarantee you tonight, I can guarantee it. You go on YouTube, you're going to see comments, and most of our classes are people going, well, what about white, what about this, and what about these people? God damn them other people, man.
Right.
We talking about our own. Ain't it high time that we talk about our own? The hell is the problem with that? Madness. That's the problem. They suffer from it. It's madness. It's crazy for black people to want to get together and unify. That's crazy. It's crazy. You're crazy for even remotely thinking something as asinine and stupid as that. That's where our strength is, man. That's at least the base of it. Once you come in here and you follow law, statute, commandments, you know how to live, then you get that power righteously. All right, drop that. We're going to move on. Because Juicy Smollett he's a devil anyway, so who cares? His newsflash, he's not going back to jail, so just that ain't happening. We're going to talk about the last person right now. We touched on it a little bit earlier, but we're going to really get into it now. Brittany Griner, the sister of the WNBA player, she got busted for having cannabis, I think the oil, for her vape pen out there in Russia, and has been detained and arrested. Now, black people supporting this because, again, like we said earlier, they are the same as her. What do I mean by that? They smoke weed. Once you found out that she was arrested for cannabis, here come all of the weed heads and the people that feel like ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This is a little weed. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, I guess what? Russia thinks there's a hell of a lot wrong with that, because they actually take things like that serious. They said, hey, listen, you got this, you're getting locked up. I think she about to maybe face like 10 years, something like that. I think that's the amount of time that you get for that over there. But you're only supporting her because you agree with her lifestyle. And you really hate her, really, because if you love that sister, you would have told her to get off of the damn weed and get off of the plastic dildo. Because guess what? She's also a homosexual, which is also something not of the Lord. Now, she's not saying nothing remotely to any one of those. You pointing out the fact that she's arrested and being detained for weed. Like that's a goddamn reason to get up and take a bus or a boat over there to go save her. She put herself in that jam. You understand? She did that on her own. So if she does get out, and I don't think she will, maybe it might be high time to tell her to get her life together. Because guess what? She's been arrested before. If you don't believe me, go pull it up. Brittany Griner, domestic violence charge, which she pled guilty to, and also did like some voluntary counseling that helps you with stuff like that. So she beat up her fiance, some other chick. that's what they do in those gay relationships. They're always having problems with each other. Again, it's two women, for God's sakes. I mean, come on, you know how that works. If you've seen and studied women at a workforce, they don't like each other for real. They really don't. They hate each other because they're always in constant competition with one another. And here's something I'm gonna tell you guys about these homosexual women, right? There's a sister that I know in the world, and she told me this story about the conversations amongst the homosexuals, the lesbians, right? So what she was saying was that the girls, they like men, and occasionally they'll go out and get one, right? Now the butch one, you know, the bull dagger one, with whatever one they call, whatever nickname they got these days. Somebody look up if they got a gender name. But typically the butch one, she's the one pretending that she's a man. She's like, yeah, I don't need no man, I am the man. But the little one, the feminine one, the one who's supposed to be the chick in the group or whatever the hell it is, she wants a man. She wants a man. Now, the sister that I know that gives me this intel says that the girl who wants the man, the reason why she wants a man is because she's tired of her woman's soft touch. And there's something amazing about when a man touches her. There's a way that a man can hold her, wrap her up tight at night that makes her feel safe. She does not feel safe in the arms of her woman because she said that the woman doesn't have muscles and they feel soft, but there's no sense of security there. That's a thing that they all go through, and if they say that they aren't, they're lying. This is why they have to create the male organ to entertain both of them in the bed. Even the dynamic of lesbianism is confusing. One, they don't like men, but they want a man's organ in the bed with them. They don't like men, but one of them is dressed like a man. Again, confusion. I think that's what that's called. That's a very sickening and a dangerous thing to think that, okay, I don't need no man, but I'm gonna dress up like one. You know how stupid that sounds? But again, Brittany Griner beat up her girlfriend, was suspended from the WNBA, and then went into it says 26-week domestic violence counseling program. This was back in 2015. It's a real thing. Here's the news about that though, right? Let me give you a precept. Give me Leviticus 19 and 17. All right? Because if black people supporting this, you should be supporting to help get her off of the drug. Not telling her that she should come out of jail, but tell us, hey, listen, we got to correct this sister, okay? Because that's what you would do to your child. If your child constantly got into car accidents because they drink and drive and they go to jail, what are you going to do?
It's lucky.
Go ahead, Bob.
Should take the car away from him.
Take the car away from them. Take the bottle away from them, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you get them off of it. You got to correct this person. That's what it's like to be a brother. Mm-hmm. That's what it's like to be a father. You got to correct that person. You can't just enable them and go, oh, they don't need to be in jail. That's just weed. Okay, well, guess what? Alcohol exists and you drinking and driving, you're not supposed to do that. What's going to happen? Anything. You get in a car accident, you go to jail, or worse, or whatever, you know what I mean? Be paralyzed. When somebody could have just loved you enough to take the bottle away from you and tell you, hey, you might not need this. Because your history shows that every time you do this, you get into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're dealing with. You got that, Deposh? Leviticus 19 and 17?
Go
ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Right.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
Listen, man, you got to correct that sister, man. You got to absolutely correct her and correct her ways, because that's how you love somebody. That's the problem in our community. We don't love each other like that. You know what I mean? We're constantly sitting here trying to appease people and get them to like us, but you don't really love them enough to correct them. That sister's in jail right goddamn now because of the fact that nobody loved her enough to take the blunt away from her, to take that stupid gay vape pen out of her goddamn hands. Nobody loved her enough to actually do the research to figure out what kind of laws exist in Russia. Nobody loved her enough for that. And it's because of that, that's why she's in jail. She's in jail because of lack of care. Nobody cares for you. This world that you're a part of, Brittany, doesn't care for you. And best believe she is a part of this world. How is she a part of this world? She's gay. So the same world you live in, that you follow everything that the dishes out. I'm gonna be gay. I'm this, and I'm gonna be free, and I'm then I feel I identify with a man. That same world that you obey and listen to is not coming to your goddamn rescue. The LGBTQ community ain't standing outside of Russia. They're not holding up rainbow signs saying "Free Britney." So where's the world for you now? That's why she's in jail. That's the exact reason, because the people around her were too goddamn weak to rebuke that little spirit in her and that feeling of wanting to get high. You know why she's getting high? Because she's gay. Mm-hmm. That woman knows she need a man. But that girl like 6'10" or 8'12" or whatever the hell she knows she want a man. I don't give a damn how big she is. That's a woman in there. And she needs a man. And she's getting high to try to numb the fact that she doesn't have one and she don't have kids. Go ahead, you got it.
What you're finding out about Brittany Griner is so heavy, you know, and a lot of those girls do the same thing that she does. And I'm not talking about women, I'm talking about little teenage girls, not two girls.
Yeah.
The same thing that she does that they see her on television playing basketball in the third. You know, it's just like you said, if somebody just stepped in and showed her some love, you know, and that would have been the end all be all of it. You know, but because we don't know how to show love and not loving ourselves, we got our people, you know, we suffer from, you know, going to jail, being in a foreign land, you know what I'm saying, and still going to jail because you're a black woman or a black man, whatever. You know, it's all of that fact that we don't love one another and we innately don't love ourselves.
Right. You absolutely correct. That's what we doing here. That's why we here. You think we teach? Listen. A lot of times you see these people, these crazy nuts on YouTube and Facebook, and them, they're like, "Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all man, y'all hate this, y'all hate that." It ain't about. It's not about us hating anybody. But what it is about is us loving our own, and that concept is so unreal to people. It's maddening. They go, "How could one group, how could one school love their own and only their own? That's weird." Yeah? You think so? Well, God loves his own. Christ loved his own. That's how it works. The white man loves his own. The Chinese man loves his own. The European, the Italian man, they love theirs. The African people love their people. You ain't saying nothing to that. It's just unity is foreign to black people. The only thing that we could unite on is all of the bad things. The terrible aspects of life. It's the only thing that unifies us in that way. That's why the Brittany Griner thing is so heavy. Because she chose to take an oath to unify herself with the world, but the world is now rejecting her. Except for us, because we are here to teach people who think like her and who act like her and have the mannerisms like her to be free of those demons, that legion. Because the legion is out to kill you. We're the only ones here to help Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. And that's what the hell you're supposed to do. Give me John 15 and 19.
Come on.
She loves the lifestyle of this world. And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. I don't know what the hell happens in that WNBA locker room, but I tell you this. It'd be some fine sisters walking in there. And then when they come out, I don't know, they turn into little men. I don't know what happened. It's this chick. Yeah, go ahead, you got it.
A lot of y'all, that's the heavy point that you just brought out. You said you don't know what happened to them. It's the same thing that happened to them boys that being fake with Fantastic, you know what I'm saying? If you get molested so many times, at a point of time, you're going to turn into something that they're not going to like. So for a little girl, if she gets molested over time, she's going to start making herself ugly and even taking on the countenance of a little boy. So the man or whoever
It's his sister. She's on Inside the NBA on TNT. Her name is Candace Parker, and I just found out she was gay, and I was so upset and disappointed. But I was like, man, okay. Candace Parker is fine, man. That's a fine broad there. Yeah, come on, man.
Hey, you said, man, my life when you said that right. That's Candace Parker was married to a black guy when she joined the LA Sparks in her rookie season. I'm saying her rookie season, her second year season, when she was in Los Angeles. She was married. She had, and to the point of she sat out a whole season so she could have a child for her husband.
Man, oh man. Yeah, she got it. Yeah, I seen. Listen, she was on TNT. I think it was the other night, and I was watching. I was like, man, Candace Parker is fine. I said, let me see if she married, because I plan on making a move on her. I'm on social media. I'm like, let me slide her DM. Look, she got some chick. I'm like, oh man, I should have seen that coming. I said the Jordans with the dress, but that's a fine woman, man. But yeah, she got a chick. I mean, what you gonna do? That's the realm. That's the world that they live in. That's the reason why they are what they are, because they support what the world supports, and they are part of it. You got that in the box?
Come on. The book of John, chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hate you.
Let me tell you something, man. Brittany Griner is of this world. She's a part of it. We are not. The I.S.U.P.K and the Convention of Yahanna, we are not of this world, man. And we are hated because of it. We are hated because we don't believe in homosexuality. We are hated because we believe in unity of blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, and we're hated and shunned away from the world because we believe in the Lord, and we believe in the Bible, and we believe that the Jews are black, and we believe that Christ is black. So we are not of this world. But people like Brittany Griner, the scriptures say, if ye were of the world would love his own. You understand? But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. The world. Brittany is starting to understand right now, while she rots in that jail cell, that the very world that she thought she was a part of actually hates her, which is the point of this precept. The world that she loved so much, the world that she thought she knew, has now given up on her, and she should be in that jail cell right now, because I'm sure she in there by herself. She ain't got no access to no other woman, or nothing like that, or weed. She's going through a goddamn spiritual detox right now. And she said, she's probably saying to herself, I could really use a man. It's cold in here. I'm not as much of a man as I thought I was. Jail hit different. Go ahead, you got it.
If I made out of one, you bring out another point about Brittany Griner. When she was playing high school ball, because I followed her a long time, because I'm a sports fan.
Yeah.
So I've been following her, for ever since she was in high school, because she was like the top woman's recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah.
So I was following her. And what I learned about her just by doing research about her is that when you see those tall women like that, most of those tall women get bullied with their children because they're not the normal size of a woman. They're extremely tall.
Yeah, because they're tall, yeah.
They get bullied a lot. And Brittany Griner is one of those that she was bullied, so she turned into the bully. When she turned into the bully, it gave her a masculine spirit. And now that masculine spirit that was on her has been revealed to be a legion of demons, now she understands what it is to be a woman and what it is to be a feminine woman. Nobody can tell me now that she's sitting in a cold Russian prison that she's gonna be the same person that she was when she comes out. That's not possible when you go to jail or something like that. You come out differently. And hopefully she wakes up from, the back of this world and see that America doesn't love her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
America has no care for her. They want her to be against God. When you do the abomination of the against the Most High, you are against Him. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you damn right. That's true. She's in that cell right now with some Russian guards walking up and down the goddamn hallway, and she's like, they're gonna show her that she's a woman in there. You best believe that. Because I don't know if you've ever seen these Russian cats before. They all look like goddamn Ivan Drago from Rocky IV. Every last one of them look just like that. I must break you. They look like that. So if she thought she was a man, I can assure you she don't think that right now.
Right.
Because she in there with some heavy hitters, and they probably call her all the, listen, you big, you this, and you play basketball, I'll dunk on you. They probably, man, they talking so much smack to that sister right now. And like I said, jail hit different when you're in the cell by yourself in the cold. Mm-hmm. It hits different, brother. You come out there like, yo, it's rehabilitation. Mm-hmm. It's a form of it. They lock you in the cell with a goddamn mirror so you can look at yourself and question all of the horrible things you did to get there. Hopefully, that sister is in that jail cell like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I here? You would think hopefully she comes out, she would get off the weed and leave women alone and realize, like, I need a man. I need somebody that's going to protect me and guide me and give me leadership. Because the girlfriend I keep beating up on and going to jail for ain't giving me nothing. You know, they lay down, scissor, eat, whatever they do, and then they cry and eat chocolate and watch Oprah or whatever. I don't know what goes on in those households, but I'm assuming it's madness. And she's going to come out, hopefully, rehabilitated. The jail will do it for you. That's for damn sure. But the world that she loves so much ain't there to back her up. She just found out two things. One, that she's a female, and two, that she's a nigga.
Right.
She just found that out. After all these years. It's like, damn, I really am black. Yeah, what you thought you was? White? You a nigga in here, and you a woman in here. You understand? So drop that. We go to this last scripture. Go ahead, you got it.
Well, what you bringing out tonight is so heavy, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about this topic, you know, and second about Brittany Griner, so, I love that lady, you know what I'm saying, because she us, you know what I'm saying, I love her, she's my sister. And this is the part that I'm not, that I get it because I'm in the truth now. Before the war popped off, she was already working in Russia. She was working in Russia for years playing basketball, doing the very same thing. Taking weed over there, taking whatever had she over there, whatever had she had, she's been taking that over there and bringing it back. She's been doing that the whole time, she was over there. Now that this water popped off, now they want to get her and lock her up because she's a high profile American.
Yeah.
And we know that she's a nigga, but in the eyes of you, she's a high profile superstar on the TV.
Right. So
this is a time right now to get America. But Joe Biden and this administration or any administration, they don't care about black people. So, her being there is just her being there. It's like another black man, black woman being somewhere they ain't got no business throughout you.
You damn right about that. Hell yeah. She realized that just now who the hell she was. She ain't got no goddamn business being over there in the first place. And now she's over there. I hope you're enjoying your stay. And I hope once you got that jail, sis, that you understand that you are one, not a man, and that you are as black as night, because the world that you love so much is not there for you. And hopefully when we do hashtags and all that stuff, we're gonna share this tonight. We share all our classes anyway. And we're gonna open up the airwaves on the internet tonight. And I hope that somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody that knows this woman allows the voice of the Lord, okay, through the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Yahanna to reach to that sister so that way she could come out of the world and come home. Give me 1 John 4 and 5. And we're going to close out. Anybody got any questions or comments? Y'all go ahead and light them up now. Go ahead, brother.
This is a heavy class, you know what I'm saying, that you got going right here tonight, you know what I'm saying, more high price for you, you know what I'm saying, as the captains and the generals above us, you know what I'm saying, because the topic that you got going on tonight is heavy because our women, they don't realize how precious they are according to the Most High.
Right.
And our brothers, they don't recognize the power that they have as Israelite men, you know what I'm saying,
right.
Coming back into the truth of who we our community.
Right.
The other nation can be humble to we know things the way it happens. But we do it and we fall.
Right.
It will only behoove us to do what Christ asked us to do. Just to follow the laws and commandments, to be a brother to a brother, and love the Most High. If we do those things, we wouldn't have to worry about homosexuality. We wouldn't have to worry about drug addiction. We don't worry. All the thing we would have to worry about is how am I going to make my wife feel good? How am I going to make my husband feel good? What am I going to do to teach my children to make sure that they go the right direction? It's a lot.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we got to do as men. That's our job. We've all been called here. Every last one of us. The people online, people on the conference call. The Lord reached out, man, and we picked up the goddamn phone and answered the call. Because why? It's time for leadership. It's time to get us out that jam, man. It's high time. And again, to those people in the world that say, "Oh, y'all crazy," we don't give a damn what the hell you think about us, man. We don't care about that. The only thing we care about is our people. If you don't hear us, that's fine because it ain't for you. But I can guarantee you this. If a white man was outside and he was saying the same thing we said, you wouldn't even protest it at all. You won't protest it. You'll probably join whatever student committee or whatever he's doing, so that way you can be closer to him when you should be getting closer to us. Because closer to us is getting closer to know the Lord and knowing what the truth is. This is why we're using these three people tonight in this class called March Madness. It's important for our people to know that we suffer from it. We are being smited with madness and blindness based off Deuteronomy 28:28. But you have to acknowledge that that exists. Through all of us tonight, bringing out these heavy points, talking about the 72 demon genders that are out there, that legion, that you should also go, that's right. I know you're at home right now going, that's true. That's absolutely right. Because it is. All right. The Posh, you got that for me? 1 John 4 or 5? Or you need
All
right, no sweat.
Cool.
Reading when you got it. Somebody online got it, you can take
Okay.
it. Oh, no,
First-
Posh got it.
1 John chapter 4, verse 5. They are of the world.
They are the what?
They are of the
They
world.
are of the what?
They are of the world.
They're of the world, man. That sister's, she's of the world. And anybody that follows her, they of it too. Keep going.
Therefore speak they of the world.
Therefore, that's what they do. They speak of the world. They speak of the things that they like in this place. I bet I can almost assure you that Brittany Griner was a part of some type of LGBTQ community. They had a parade. And she's of it. She's going to speak of it. She's going to speak of it. You know? Go ahead, keep going.
Concord. And the world hears them.
That world is going to listen to him, to listen to her. They're going to listen to her. Put a rainbow on her goddamn basketball jersey. You know, use her for her fame. They're going to listen to her. They're going to listen to her. Keep going.
Concord. Verse 6.
Verse 5.
Sorry, verse 5. And the world heareth them.
Keep going.
That's it for 5. Let's go 6.
They go 6, yeah.
Concord, verse 6. We are the Most High.
We are of the Most High. Keep going.
We that know the Most High hear us.
If you know the Most High, you're going to, listen, man, let me tell you something. This class tonight should be resonating with your goddamn soul. Because if you are the Most High, you're going to hear everything we just said tonight and apply it to your life. And you're also going to come into class because of it. If you hear us, if you hear it and you go, that's right. If you are the Lord, then you should be of a school of priests and prophets of the Lord who are giving you information and truth, and you should go, damn, that's right. How can you refute it? You can't. Because it is of the Lord. Keep going.
He that is not of the Most High hear not us.
Listen, if you're not of the Most High, you're not going to hear a damn thing we're saying tonight. You're not going to care. You're not going to call in. You're going to put some stupid comment in the thread that nobody cares about, you know, because you are not the Lord. Even though you say you are, You're gonna sit there with your Bible and you're gonna sit there with your spouse with a tight purple suit on or whatever the heck he or she is wearing, and you're gonna be like, yeah, we are of God. But you don't hear us. And we're talking from the Bible, the words of the Most High. But you ain't ready to hear that. You don't hear that. But if you are hearing it, then you are of God. Yeah, go ahead.
So I got one if I may.
Yep.
It's been a real heavy class tonight that you've been hosting. And, I just want to say, they should, people, Israel should really question themselves.
Right.
They thought, if they ain't paying any attention to this class, they hear the one that got it written down, the one that may hear it, watch it later, view it later.
Right.
Question your thoughts, question your actions, because as long as I can remember, every homosexual, every woman, every gay female that I ever known or heard speak, and the question came about, why are you that way, or why are you that way, especially the older the grown, you hear the answer, there's no real men,
Right.
There's no real men out there. Like you spoke on earlier, you say, the women say there's no real men. I hardly any real men out here, but you going choosing to be with a woman
Right.
that, especially like a man got counterfeit male parts,
Mm-hmm.
and you talking about what's real,
Right.
But in nationality, you need to put something that's real fake yourself.
Right.
And even the women call themselves, what's it called, lipstick lesbians.
Yeah.
These are the so-called soft, feminine women that so-called they want to be with each other in the closet or, or whatnot. And they're the same, they want to be correct, they want to be just, whatnot, because, they don't believe any real men out here that can, satisfy them or anything of that nature. But, they should question their thoughts and question their actions, because at this point, can you fault the men because of your psychological issues?
Right.
Right. These are choices that you're making.
Right.
Are the men to blame for choices that you're making?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, this lesson right here should really touch people, they got to get it really, in the time, to really listen to it.
That's
That's
right.
all I want to say.
Hell yeah, the water for that. Hell yeah.
So,
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
So I got one, if I could, take it back all the way off to the serve and say, what he said is so heavy, it makes me think about this, documentary I was watching earlier today about black relationships. And it was saying that, black women are pregnant by 20% of black men. Meaning, when a woman says that there are no good black men out here, it's because they are sleeping with the same man. A man, some of these men out here got 8, 9 baby mamas, I'm not knocking that. But those women are saying that man ain't no good. He do this, he do that, he do this, he do that. But if you lay down with him, you
Right.
chose to have this child. You chose to do this, that, and the third with him. So you, at some point, black woman, Hispanic woman, and American woman, you got to take accountability for your own actions and the things that your choices that you make.
That's right. You definitely have to. And that's what we're here for. And I'm glad you said that. Because the last part of this precept explains just that. It explains that. You have to be accountable for your own actions, man. So we're going to read again from the top, Pash.
Call the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 6. We are the Most High. That we know the Most High hear us.
You're going to hear us, man. If you know the Most High, you're going to hear this word. You're going to hear us tonight. If you know the Most High. If you're saying you know the Most High. You're going to hear these words. Keep going.
He is not of the Most High, hear not us.
If you are not of the Most High, you're not going to hear us, man. You're going to ignore us, turn it off. You're going to find every way to jump around it, make an excuse because you think that the seal of David is a star. You're going to be like, oh, that's the star of Molech, and that's the dancing with the star. You're going to find any reason to turn this off because you're not of the Lord. You're going to find something. Oh, it's too red, and this guy, oh, man, he on the laptop. You're going to find a way. Keep going.
Hereby know we are the spirit of truth.
Hereby know we are the spirit of the truth. We are the home of the truth, man. We the spirit of it. What's the spirit of the truth? Knowing the difference between right and wrong, knowing what the Lord wants us to do and what He doesn't want us to do. That's the spirit. The spirit is a vibe. You understand? It's like when you kicking it with a sister, y'all vibing. Y'all on one accord. Y'all both digging each other. Y'all both having fun because y'all both feel the same exact way. Now, what's the spirit of the truth? It exists in this school. The spirit of the truth is brotherhood. The spirit of the truth is biblical law. The spirit of the truth is learning the Lashawan Kodash. It's the spirit of the thing that we're supposed to be doing. And we all vibe the same way. That's why we are one body, brother. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And the spirit of error.
And the spirit of error. That's what we know. Not only do we know the spirit of the truth, we know the spirit of error, which is why we having this goddamn class to begin with. Because we're addressing the spirit of error. Here's the spirit of error with Brittany Griner. Those other two goofballs I'm not even concerned with. They're just examples. Brittany Griner, here's the spirit of your error. You are a homosexual weed head, and now you're detained in a Russian jail. That's the error. And the spirit of it is the same thing that you would do with other people who are homosexuals and smoke weed. That's the spirit of your error. That's a vibe that y'all have. But look where the hell it got you. Detained.
Right.
Looking to maybe up to 10 years, I think it is. With the spirit of your error. But we, in here, know the difference. Because the last part says, hereby we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Which is why we don't make no mistakes like that.
Right.
Because we don't fall under that umbrella in that category. We're the I.S.U.P.K, man. Started out 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. This is the Tuesday night brotherhood class. I'm Officer Nakashawan, and with that, we pass the class off to Priest and Officer Nafashkaya.
Mark, and I say one thing before I do security announcements. Tune in at I.S.U.P.K, Mississippi at 9:15 with myself and Barack Kamar. We're going to be discussing the John 3:16 and the baptism misconception. You just tune in right to this class. Now we'll join our show. So
that's right.
Here are the I.S.U.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.K started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are limited for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry, tithes, which is a commandment in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. My Isupk means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department of teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests not mandatory. Whatsoever might like to give. The next holy convocation is the 53rd Lord Annual Passover. It's going to go down at Friday, April 15th, sundown. Make sure you have all your arrangements set off and all that good stuff. If any alcohol want to slop you, check out the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, or scarf. And make sure you walk there, make sure you Google this address every time you head to the school, like GPS or whatever. With that, give a one curse salute to the teacher. Many Israel, Almighty Sabbat, Almighty Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakatah.
Y'all want some thought?
Okay, y'all top your hands down, class dismissed.